Hey there, this is Chris Backe with a quick look at Snakes on a Plane. This is a one-player puzzle game, and our main component here is going to be four plastic bendy snakes, and for reference I picked these up at an Asda as in the party favor section for like £2, and I got several other snakes, but essentially these little hinges just kind of come apart there, and they bend about 90 degrees at a time. And this gave me the idea for what happens when you have these bendable pieces that you're having to kind of tactilely fit into a thing or a place. So what I've come up with is essentially snakes on a plane, P-L-A-I-N, because, snakes on a plane is funny. So our task, like as you do in any puzzle game, is to place each snake so their head faces the food of their color, and there should be no empty spaces on the board when they're done. The black cubes here are basically rocks. They're going to block off a couple of places here, and so each snake will fit into the puzzle. And as you're playing, part of the fun part, I think, is just kind of fiddling with these fun, kind of cool snakes, but also figuring out how they fit into this this organization, this arrangement here. So to solve this puzzle, I'm picturing this as a pretty early puzzle. I'm actually just going to lay out the snake like this, and thematically I'm picturing, I'll show another view here in a minute, but essentially these red pegs are just like this, the blades of grass that they're moving around, trying to avoid. They don't want to touch the grass. So as I solve this first sort of puzzle here, you'll note I'm having to kind of place each snake in so that their head is facing the correct food here. And as I do this, of course, I have to kind of fiddle with it to make sure the thing fits in correctly. But once I do that, then everything else becomes quite clear, and I can check the solution which I prepared earlier. So we can see the puzzle, the piece there matches that there. And so as you're playing, you're really just moving around the snakes, you're manipulating them to set the board up. All I'm doing is choosing and following the directions on where to put each of the four pieces of snake food the snakes want to face, and then the two and possibly more black cubes, which will restrict some movement. And the way I've got this board set up as of right now, the math of it all is such that every space will be occupied with something: a snake head, a piece of the snake's body, the tail, and if you like the game as we move towards components, we can then kind of tweak things to fit better. But this is Snakes on a Plane, and I hope this was a quick sort of informative video, and naturally I have puzzles to show, and hope you enjoy.